I've always got a monopod and a little tripod. There's a bag for it. It's in use right now in my car for those photography emergencies. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm a professional photographer and I'm getting older, so occasionally I forget stuff. But today's products, this big thing here, the iFootage Cobra 2, might do away with those two things, at least for me, for the purposes I've got them for. So we're going to look at a few reasons why I think this is a worthy buy, even though there's a newer version or two out, and a couple of reasons why I might not keep it. Yeah, let's crack on. As always, we love a good bag, and this is no exception. Nice handles around here, very handy little loop for opening it quickly. And then, as you see, this is how it comes basically with all the bits and pieces. So it's got a couple of little straps in there, I'll say one, to hold it in place. Just take that out for the moment so you can see there's one piece there for when the head is in, little box with the, well, I should show you because we're going to set it up anyway, just to show you what it's like fresh out the box. Now that is the plate that you can set your ball head on, or if you want to just screw direct, you can. And it's got the setup there so you can release it quickly. So very nice bit of kit there. Rather large bag of silica gel. And as you can tell, there's definitely some thought having gone into that. There's a little accessories pocket on the side, and it's well padded around there. Dead simple, you know, there's nothing really that we need to go wild about. We need to show you this thing up close next. But yeah, reason number one, very decent bag and minimal logo-age. It's all right, that, not too bad at all. I really love the full length mode. It goes up to 180 centimeters, which, as you can see, is rather tall for my purposes, but could be pretty handy for getting some aerial shots. Now, if I just get a bit closer to the camera so you can see what I'm doing, bring it down there, the clips are really nice and sturdy. Let's see, bring that down there. Now I have popped on this little ball head from Lenses for the moment. I was supposed to be getting a nice video head from iFootage, but it doesn't seem to have arrived yet. Let's tighten everything in, and once it settles down with my T4 and the 16-55 on, it's good to go. Now it can handle an 8K payload, and at 1.25 kilos it's very easy to move about with. So if I just rock it up a bit there, thanks to the setup at the bottom, I can pan 360 degrees. That is very handy, and then let it go. There's a bit of a breeze, but as you can probably see, once it settles down, it's good to go. So I could actually use it, you know, out and about, as my Pocket 3 is on carbon fiber from K&F, I think, over there. Yeah, I think that is very handy. And of course, if I'm panning, I can do that. Now I'm just going to take this off now because I want to show you something at the bottom, which has actually fallen off as it happens. Might have knocked the mic there. So I'm just going to shuffle it down to its smallest. And now if, where is it? We just press these in here. Now these you can, feet you can have at different positions. Now you'll see that the stopper has fallen off, so we can just screw that back on. But what I want to look at next is, well, actually before we do that, check this out, the quick release, and you're away and you're in. Look at that, that is brilliant. I do really like that. No messing about. And you've got the same at the bottom, which we're actually going to take advantage of next. Screw the stopper off from that piece and screw that into the bottom there, and we've got a nice low profile good to go. I've got my strap on just in case in my stupidness I mess it. I mean, that is simple, easy, and again, I just think that is dead cool. It all feels very solid. There's actually a loop for a hand loop on here, which it's in the house. Anyway, pretty cool. Something else I haven't shown you yet. You've got a tool there for tightening, but I'm finding that these things just don't need tightening as much as, let me just bring this back in, as much as some of my other gear. Maybe it's because the other gear is getting older. They are quite sturdy, put it that way. But yeah, what do you reckon? Unscrew the stopper, which is now a bit muddy. And then, not sure if I can do it without having this on the floor with the pressure. There we go. We're in, we're good to go. And let's see. What a video. I think I'll tighten this bit back up. It's pretty cool, isn't it, really? The third reason I'm loving this bit of kit is this bottom bit there. So we'll release what we need, get rid of what we don't, and as you can see, you get used to that. These actually you can adjust pretty easily into a few different angles, but I'm happy with that angle for this wall. And then of course the camera can line up on top. I think we've just about got that on. This is absolutely away. And then as we saw before, when we're good to go, we're good to go. Now I do use a tabletop indoors, which allows me to raise the height better than splaying the legs at different angles can. But this is absolutely solid, especially if you're out and about. If it's a little bit windy, now you line it up a bit better, but it's perfectly good to go. I just love how it feels and how it's so solid. I think basically everything on this whole kit is metal. Of course, we've got the aluminium one, and we will talk about the differences with the carbon fiber towards the end. But yeah, love that setup. If weight is critical to you, the carbon fiber version is £22 more, but only 16 grams lighter than this one, though you might need the extra 2 kilo payload. For me, this monopod is light enough and holds my heaviest gear, so yeah. Something I'm not sure about is the footprint in my car. You see, the travel tripod and the monopod I have in my car, and I've had for years, takes up half the space. Also, I'm not a big fan of these logos, but in fairness, that one can come off, and the red and black is pretty cool looking, in fairness. Yeah. Finally, the newer Cobra 3 pedal version addresses a problem I have with the monopod base, the feet, and that's not being able to lock the feet and base as upright as I like quick enough. But do I need to pay the extra £40–50 for something that I'm probably not going to use all the time? I've wanted a monopod with feet for ages, and this does a great job. It's very easy to use. It's relatively fast to set up and get on with. So overall, I'm happy with it. At £142,
It definitely represents good value. Whoops. The kit is very well designed, and I think it'll stand up to the test of time if I don't abuse it like that. That quick release is very cool though.